All right, glad to have you join us tonight. This is Cobden People's Parliament. It's a pleasure to have you join us all the way from Abuja. Tonight we'll be dissecting a number of socio-political issues as they affect the Nigerian people. Welcome to Zoom meeting. We are have with me on Zoom, Comrade Sunday Digby, all the way from Kwara State. And I have with me joining me in the studio is yet another good one. You're welcome to the program, Cobden People's Parliament. Tonight, we'll be looking at a number of socio-political issues as well as trending stories that we'll be dissecting tonight. Comrade, are you available to read out the headline?
Thank you. Good evening, Christian Nako. Yes, I read. Cobden People Parliament presenting socio-political issues as they affect Nigeria. Episode: Electoral Reform, Stabilizing the Labour Party, Challenges and Prospects. Special guests: Poor WAEC result of APC Anambra gubernatorial candidate generate reactions. Trending stories. 1. Peter Obi appealed to Nigerians to register for PVC as INEC opens voter card registration portal, 18th August 2025. Residents flee as Fulani terrorists take over Babanla, Ifelodun local government area, Kwara State. 3. VDM stage protests against Dangote trucks in reaction to truck accident in Aunchi. 4. The last. Peter Obi trends in table tennis.
Yes, those are the headlines for tonight, and we are glad to have you join us, Comrade. So tonight we'll be looking at, Comrade, have you seen the headline? What's your take in respect to, of course, you are in Ilori, and closer to the host community than I am, is saddened that we are now having a situation whereby the Fulani terrorists have taken over the Bangla in the local government. Incidentally, that was my area of birth where I was given birth to in Kwara State. And learning about this ugly development is worrisome. I've seen that the entire community has been deserted, and it's very, really sad seeing Nigerians moving like from one community to another safer community. The entire community was left empty without any iota of human being left in that community. And of course, we are still looking at VDM activity where he has come out to condemn and raise consciousness of the people who protest against Dangote trucks that have been accused of multiple accidents as a result of reckless driving by Dangote drivers, truck drivers. And again, we'll also be looking at Peter Obi table tennis engagements. Just today, we are a viral video has gone showing Mr. Peter Obi displaying his skill of table tennis. It's so beautiful to watch, and he played it like a very, very key professional in the tennis sports. Then our trending story for tonight is also there for us to take a look at. So, Comrade, please, you have the mic, and our listeners out there who are part of the show, we are glad to have you on tonight's Cobden People's Parliament, where we look at issue objectively and dissect it for to create the awareness and raise consciousness of Nigerian people. So, comrade, please have the mic and have your thoughts in respect to the topics that we have for tonight's discussion. Thank you.
Okay, good evening once again.
Yes, good evening.
Let me go straight to the number 2. Good. The number 2 on the list here, resident flee as Fulani terrorists take over Babanla Ifelodun local government area of Kwara State. Yes, we are in Kwara State, as you know, I'm in Kwara State. In fact, when I was watching a video the other day on those villages they have attacked, that people ran away from those villages. They are up to about 4 villages like that. No single soul as we speak. Nobody lives there again. All the villagers have left the place looking for a place that is safer for them to stay. So it's very, very unfortunate. Very, very. Even me that is talking to you right now, I also stay in the same Ifelodun local government. But my Ifelodun is, I can say, is the largest local government as far as Kwara South is concerned. So it's very big. Those villages mentioned now is really, in fact, the terrorists are on ground there. People cannot, they kidnap and do all sorts of things. But as we speak right now, until the state government, or rather the federal government, collaboration with the state to do something meaningful to tackle the insecurity over there. I don't think for
also,
now. No.
The spread as far as the Al-Khairi community in that axis.
Yes.
The Swaf communities.
Yes, another Aguma or something. I don't know what it's called. There are about four communities like that.
Agunji.
So like that, up to 4. They are spread across. So that is our fear. Even we that are staying in the part of Ifelodun that is very close to Ilorin town, people talk of this insecurity on daily basis. That please, they should not spread down to this area, So those are the things. It's very, very unfortunate. It's very, very sad for people, for terrorists to come to a place, send away the villagers who owns the land. They send them out of their ancestral home to where? So, I don't know. All these things that is happening now, I don't know when our government is going to rise and say, do something. And if people rise today and say, okay, let them defend themselves, look at what is happening. People that are defending themselves, is it a crime for you to defend yourself when you are seeing all these things happening? They still go ahead and arrest those people and detain them because they want to defend themselves. So, my dear brother, we don't need to continue to deceive ourselves. Things are not working. People cannot move freely. People cannot stay in his ancestral home freely. People cannot travel and all of that. Things are happening, not only just in Kwara State, but today. For me to even see this kind of, because it's a news that is happening now in Kwara everywhere. That is my base. You know that. So it's very, very sad. Very, very unfortunate. Very, very sad. Even as I talk to you right now.
The development we are the Alaafin for you has weighed in to raise alarm that the Oni of Ife should not, he gave me 48 hours to withdraw the chieftaincy title that he is trying to install on Sanusi.
Yes, I read something like that. I saw it, and I know, that is how would I call it? Is it traditional leadership also? I don't know I don't know who is the leader among the two of them anyway, but I saw it. I said, this is happening
I read a report
so
where the aide or secretary to Oni of Ife, dismiss that threat of 48 hours ultimatum. Dismiss it outrightly. That I don't know how he described it, but I wouldn't want to go into detail. But he dismissed that ultimatum that is coming from an old empire or empire that has been dismantled or something. He made that funny joke about it. So what's the reaction in terms of the traditional ruler intervention in all these things that is happening in their communities as it is now? Of course, the Oba of those communities will have left as well, and not just them staying back. Everybody have vacated those communities. What's the advice to the federal government in response to this?
my advice to federal government in the area of insecurity is in nation. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you. Go on.
Then my advice to federal government in the area of insecurity. Yes.
Yeah. Go on.
The government have to wake up. The government need to take the bull by its own. They need to wake up now and tell the people. Because what people are passing through now in the when you talk of is in fact is very, very alarming. People are crying. People are not, they cannot stay freely in their place. Let the government wake up and do something meaningful. Let them do meaningful. Like I said before, our National Assembly today, the power is in their hands. They are not doing anything. If all this is being passed into law, and it's okay, anybody found with any form of ammunition, gun, percussion, AK-47, should be killed. If you are not a soldier, you are not a police, you are not any force personnel in a country, you are not supposed to be carrying ammunition here and there. All these things need to be stopped. Vigilantes are not allowed to carry more than a day gun. And this day gun should be registered even at the police state headquarters with the commissioner of police before you'll be given ID card and a license to operate
Yes.
as a vigilante in your community. You don't have right to carry the bobare, that one that have two mouths. You don't have the right, because in those days, as I understand, if you want to protect your house, your family, you buy the bobare from those people, then you register it, you keep it in your house. Without registering all of these things, you cannot carry it and begin to walk freely on the street. And today, people still go ahead to start carrying AK-47, passion gun, and begin to kill our people. The government is seeing it. It's not something that is hidden. Everybody is seeing what is happening. We plead to the government to wake up and do something to save our people. Nigeria belongs to all of us. We cannot be opening our eyes to see our people dying on a daily basis. That is my advice to the government. To the National Assembly, let a law be passed. Me, I have never held gun before. To do what? So if you are not a force man, you don't need gun. If you must need gun, you have to go and register it, and not AK and all this type of gun the people the terrorists are carrying here and there. So that's my take on that. And
yes, there's a breaking news where two key terrorists, international terrorists, wanted persons were arrested. One is Mahmouda. Of course, Mahmouda has been disturbing the Kwara Aziz and the entire southwestern region. He's trying to set up his own terrorist organization in the southwest. So there's a trending stories out there that the DSS has successfully arrested Mahmouda, as well as yet another terrorist individual. The two of them have been arrested. To the extent I saw US in Nigeria giving commendation to the Nigerian security in the fight against insurgency. Now the question is this: what's your advice to the Nigerian government having arrested this terrorist kingpin? What's your advice? Previously, we've seen situations whereby terrorists were caught, purported rehabilitations were done, and they are released back to the society. Do you think terrorists change at all? And what's your advice to the Nigerian government?
You know, for the government to arrest criminals of this nature and bringing them back to the society is very laughable. The government needs to do the needful and prosecute these people. Let them face the law. They cannot continue bringing those people, killing our people, bringing them back, detain them maybe for a few days and release them to say, okay, they want to integrate them into the society. It's bad. Let the government keep updating Nigerians to see that they are working. They should do the needful. Anybody of such, those criminals, should be brought to book and let them face the law. Let them face the law. Is it because they are those kind of people? If we were to be me and you today, God forbid, involved in this kind of thing, what do you think? Where do you think we will be? Let the government come up. Let them do something. Let them face the law. I even understand that one of them is a son to the founder of Boko Haram. They were arrested. Let them face the law for people to know that, yes, our government have started working. Because bringing them to the society now, it does not help us. It makes them to feel that nothing is happening. That's why most of them are still trooping in the country. We know that most of the terrorists are not from Nigeria. There might be part of our brothers that are joining them. Like what is happening in Kwara State, like the news information we are getting here, that there are some indigenes that are involved recruiting those tribes. I don't want to mention. Sending away their own people. So our people might be involved, yes, I believe, but the majority of those people are not Nigerians. So the government should not fold its hand and begin to sleep over all these issues.
Yes.
Anybody that
Talking about foreigners' influx into the Nigerian territory under the guise of free movement across the ECOWAS sub-region. What's your response? This question is not only shown to Mr. Edegwe Sunday. In case you are in the Zoom, you are at liberty to respond to this question. Previously, there has been a policy is to give room for all ECOWAS member nations to allow our citizens have a trans-border movement in order to open doors for trade, by trade. But as we have today, I don't know what is changing hands across our region, particularly across the northern borders that are affected by terrorists. Do you still advise that the federal government continue with this trans-border free movement by the ECOWAS nation, where there are free movements without any policy in place to check the purpose of such entry and what are they actually bringing into the country? What's the reaction to that? Do you want that policy be repealed and the entire ECOWAS trans-border movement be reviewed? What's your reaction in that regard?
Let me tell you, a nation has to be secure. A nation has to be protected by the government. Can somebody travel now all the way and pass through Mexico border? You want to cross to America? Is it possible? If you are really, you know, you are really a leader of your country, and the primary responsibility of a government is to protect lives and property. That is the first assignment. Now, how do you get that done? You don't allow foreigners to come into your country. That is why all nations you must travel to, at least you must have a document. If it is Africa, that you must not need some Africa country, you must not need visa. But at least you have your passport and you must follow the due process. That is your name. You must follow the due process. And if you don't follow the due process and you are caught at the border must not be loose, for God's sake. If you follow the border and you are caught, you should be arrested immediately. There's no two ways about that. Like me now, myself now, I've traveled through some of the Africa countries. I did not go by the road. Okay, if I want to travel, at least I have my own passport to travel. That is how, and I have a mission of what I'm going to do there. And I have a number of days I'm going to spend to return back to my country. And that is how travel is supposed to, to be. You can't just go to a place, say, okay, let me go and terrorize these people. I want to go and mount a base there. And that is what is happening. They are all over in our forest, because they are recruiting people on a daily basis. They are telling their brothers over there, come, this place is good. When you kidnap somebody, you know how much we are going to get. And they are coming. And we have security agencies on ground. They are here, but things are not working. Things are not working. That is why people begin to look at, is it that our government have hands in this thing? You give directive, tell them how you want it to be. Even as a president of a country, even a state, a governor of a state is the chief security of that state. Don't let us be deceived. A governor of a state is the chief security of a state. So you have the power to say, if other security agencies are not giving him the results he needed, he have the power to recruit even the vigilante and fund them and give them directives and tell them where to position themselves. But these things are not happening. Even here in Kwara State, we even have that. No, it's not here. So that's why they are sending people out of their ancestral home.
So that being said, we want to also look at the episode tonight. The episode centered on the situation of upcoming election in Anambra State, where the APC has presented candidates. The candidates WAEC results have been trending on X in particular. And it's so shambolic that you can't believe that the worst are being picked by the APC to represent the people. And the same thing happened in Edo. And the man over there today cannot be able to even read out the figures in the budget. Are you telling me that that man on his own is taking a decision based on his conviction? Or he's taking a decision based on directive? Now another repeat is coming up, where a gubernatorial candidate having F9, 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 E8, F9, D7, F9. What is such candidate coming to governance to do? Can he be able to differentiate between, come on, which policy is he coming up with to rescue the people of Anambra State? What's your take? Please, anybody, you can unmute and react to this. You want to have comments? Feel free to contribute. It's people's parliament. It's your parliament. It's my parliament. It's our parliament. So let's unmute and have a discussion, please.
Okay. I waited to see if somebody is coming up to. Okay. You see, the truth is that if you have a school sat, a WAEC, you contest as a governor, even as a president of a nation. But there's a clause. I want to ask, if you are looking for admission into university, even polytechnic, you don't have your paper. Are they going to give you admission?
That's the question.
The answer is no. Now, you want to contest as a governor of a state. You are presenting a school sat. Yes, that one is not an issue because the law has not changed. The school sat that has F9, all this kind of fail results, government need to do something about this. Those kind of people were not supposed to allow to contest. What are they turning this country to?
This
and even the National Assembly by now supposed to have lift that school sat even to ND or even HND for governor and president. I'm telling you, HND or BSc, and they still left it for school sat. And still, people are still bringing F9, D7, and all of that to contest. And the INEC, they are still receiving those kind of results, allowing those people to contest. It's not, see, all these things that is happening. That is why myself, I don't just blame President direct in this aspect. It's because the National Assembly themselves, they are not united. They are not united. Most of things need to be changed in Nigeria. Things that they used to do in those days. This is the modern time. This time around, school start is not supposed to even be allowed because they still give you the rooms. Okay, if you have school start to come and contest, you are now bringing failed results because you are in a man no man. This man is my person. We are in the same this political party. We are in the same this political party. That is what is killing us today. And what do you expect such person to come and do as a governor? What are we expecting from that person? We need people that have something upstairs. People that are intelligent to come and say, okay, I want to contest. It's not those kind of people. They don't have anything to do. The government needs to do something and never allow these kind of people to contest. They are destroying our economy. They are destroying our our nation. It's very, very laughable. It's not good. That is the truth. Thank you.
It's very devastating, and the person having the governor of your state with that kind of result is laughable, but that's the country we are. It goes on to buttress the fact that these people are having their way because the educated elites have abandoned the processes of politics. And in leadership, there is no vacuum, right? When a vacuum is created, it will automatically filled by innovativity. If the elites, the educated elites, abandon it. The challenges of Nigeria started right from independence, even pre-independence, right? Where the sound mind, the educated elites, the ruling class, the educated elites who are supposed to come out and get involved in politics to bring out 5 policies and implement these policies to drive the country on the right trajectory. They step back. They say they are too big to be following an entity, to beg them for votes. They prefer to be in the classroom and be teaching, blowing grammar. That is the foundation of the Nigeria problem. And the garage boys came together, believe in their numbers that they can do it, and they conquered Nigeria. Since then, the only thing they do is to collaborate with the expatriates, the Europeans, right, to continue to forge their European interests in Nigeria. And that's why the Europeans find it comfortable to continue to cooperate with this group of passes, the touts, who are not knowledgeable enough, but yield to their interests. They support them, embrace them, give them all the support they need to continue to rule the country. And this situation has persisted since 1960 until this very moment. The first time in Nigeria, in the history of Nigeria, a professor, a doctor became a president of Nigeria, started from Goodluck Jonathan. Right? Goodluck Jonathan is the most educated Nigerian president Nigeria has ever produced. That has a doctorate degree. And he did not emerge directly. You know his story. He started from vice chairman to chairman, from chairman to deputy governor, from deputy governor to governor, from governor to vice president, president to president, vice president to president, right? Before he managed to gain re-election. So all along, there have been no room for the educated elites to come on board. And when Goodluck Jonathan was there, former president, you saw the policies he put in place. He was leading the country in the right direction, and the touts again disrupted his governance with multiple insecurity and restlessness. And this gave the masses a voice to speak against his administration, demanding change. And Muhammadu Buhari stepped forward. A man that had no certificates stepped forward and he gained election. Incidentally, I'm one of those that supported. Yes, as of 2015, came on board, ruined the country completely. And he manipulated his way in 2019. And here we are in 2023. Another Another non-certified election rigger took over. Here we are now crying electoral reform. So the average Nigerian population, especially the elites, too much of knowledge is affecting our ability to organize. Way back, I've seen the governor of Kano State that never had opportunity of conventional education. He was able to organize his people and put together a party he otherwise referred to as the Talakawas. Then people put themselves together, organize. They were able to win the election and emerge as Kano State governor. And he was able to rule this people. So the Nigerian elites, we speak too much of grammar. We do less of organization. We do less of cooperation. We do less of synergy, but we speak more of grammar. And that's why the elites are being ruled and being ruined. So for us to have a country, we must have active citizens. The educated elites must wake up from our slumber, be able to redirect the future of this country. Because as it is now, what we have today is not democracy. We have cash and carry. You pay for votes, you get the votes. You don't pay for votes, you don't get the votes. That's what we have now. And the by-election has confirmed it. As a matter of fact, the by-election has sealed it. And that's why Mr. Peter in his tweets calling on all well-meaning Nigerians, the old, the young, the women, the youths, everybody, get registered for a PVC. So that the number of well-meaning Nigerians will be overwhelm the polls to have a seeming outcome that will justify the yearning and aspiration of the well-meaning Nigerians. Do we have more contribution? We'll be drawing the curtain close any moment from now because we have dealt exhaustively with these topics that we have for the day. So we are calling on Aliko Dangote to save the life of this young lady. A lot has been put into her education to see that she becomes somebody to stand for the family as a breadwinner. But today, the young lady's life has been cut short. One leg has been amputated, and the second leg is about to be amputated. I'm calling on Dangote to create a life for this young lady and be able to save her life so that she can have a house for herself, have a business that will be able to cater for her needs because the legs can no more function. That is the call we are making on behalf of all the well-meaning Nigerians, calling on Aliko Dangote, waiting for the Nigerian authorities to demand justice for you is like waiting for the impossibility to happen. We are now calling on Aliko Dangote to please come to the aid of this young lady and ensure that her life is touched positively so she can survive and have a life to live hereafter. So that's the appeal on behalf of Cobden, the appeal to Usman Dangote, Aliko Dangote, to place intervene in the life of this young lady. The world is looking up to you, a multi-billionaire, and taking care of this lady, revamping her life, will not take anything away from you. We are calling on you to place intervene while you can. Thank you and God bless you. So we have come to the end of tonight's People's Parliament, Guber People's Parliament. I want to thank everyone that made our time to be part of this program and to come your way today. For me, it's good night and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you and God bless you. I remain Mr. Apple Christian, otherwise known as due process. Thank you, Comrade Edegwe Sunday.
Thank you very much, Ako. I still want to appeal to Nigerians to go and to register now that the online portal is open for PVC registration. So people should register through their phone, and they don't have the link. At least the link is in all the place to register. To transfer, there's a place you can transfer. If you have a damaged card, you will replace. So all of these are there. So if you log in, if you click on the link, we take you there. You will see new registration, you see transfer, you see everything, they are all there. So that by 2027, everybody should march to the polling booths and we cast our votes. Yes. And I also appeal to Dangote too, that you should please help this young lady to fix the leg and take care of her knees so that she will not, since the legs have been damaged. So if she has something doing, and the leg is being fixed, artificial leg is being fixed for her, and enough is given to her to take care of her business and all these things. So she will not be worried much. So that's what I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that appeal. 1 million Nigerians, please go out there, register your siblings, your niece, your nephew, that you feel they are of age and they have no PVC. We have a country to save. Today you may feel you are busy with your businesses, but believe you me, nobody knows the day that bad government will happen to him or her. We are all victims waiting to happen in a cycle of bad government. It may be tomorrow, and you may hear that myself have been arrested by the government. It could be you, it could be anyone. Even if not by government, we have terrorists all over. Anybody could be a victim. So let us try and ensure that we take our civic responsibility by showing up to register. The link is all over, and if you need the link, you can always contact me and share to you. Ensure that you register in earnest so that you get your permanent voters card. Thank you and God bless. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.